Hello, we are the case analysts for Mutual Insurance Company of Iowa, a case analysis for just-in-time systems. I am Dale Garcia.
I am Zuein Guantero.
And I am Christine Lozada.
So this case analysis will compose of 5 parts: a situation analysis, assumption and missing information, problem definition, development and evaluation of alternatives, and recommendation to management and conclusion.
Okay, to start our case analysis video presentation, I will first give you the situation of the case, which is the case of the Mutual Insurance Company of Iowa. So what we did here is that we made a SWOT analysis on the company. So let me first introduce the strengths. So first, there is a facility in Des Moines, Iowa, which serves the entire nation. So in that office, they handle all the claims, the processing of the claims for the whole nation. So and next, that is that their management is very aggressive in um, in solving the problem which they are currently encountering. So they want an aggressive yet economical stance on their current issue. And then third one is that they have a team of supervisors, employees, and consultants that are looking into the problem, which they form a team for it to be handled. Okay, next. However, their weakness is that due to the inflow of sales, they are also experiencing a massive inflow of claims processing or claims application per day, which total or amounts to 2,500 claims per day, and in which they are only processing fewer claims, so or fewer than 2,500 claims per day. So that is their current problem currently, and that they're being overwhelmed with their workload. So that is why their claim processing time or put through time has increased from 10 days to 10 weeks, and that there are a lot of variability in processing the claims, and then their number of workers also. And the next, um, their opportunities are uh, because of the rapid growth of sales. Of course, um, that will um, result to massive sales or massive gains from the company, and that they are also looking into the integration of lean production models to solve the problem, and that their management is very supportive in putting the just-in-time system as a solution to their current problem. And that includes also the standardization of forms. However, they also have threats. Next, please. So first, because of the increase of sales, they are also currently experiencing increase in volumes of claims, and because of that, um, their production or their process right now is very bad. That's why they are being threatened by other clients to um, or to they call this um, go to legal action, so that their claims will be processed, or they will be getting their claims approved. And then next is that one of the solution that the company is looking into is that they will be um, what do you call this? Getting part timers, and then um, getting part-timers from other offices that they will train, or that they will go to do the backlog jobs in order for them to train their current management for the JIT system. Okay, so next. Okay, because of the lack of information of the case, the case analysts assumes the following. First is that um, their employees are very flexible, or that they can easily incorporate the changes imposed by the management. Next is that their employees can work as a team. Next is that they have equipments that are very accessible and very capable. And next is that they have, or they will be having, a smooth implementation of the JIT system, or that they will not have any trouble in implementing it at all. And then last is that their management has enough budget to um, to fund the solution that the work team will be implementing in the future. Okay, next. We are also assuming the following. Based on the table that you are now seeing, um, the facts are there are 180 workers in the MICI, and that they are experiencing, or they are receiving 2,500 claim applications per day. So there are three scenarios here: the unfavorable environment, the neutral environment, and the favorable environment. Okay, so the unfavorable environment is the current environment that the company is facing. The neutral environment is the solution which they will do nothing, and then the favorable environment is the solution in which they will be integrating the JIT system. So as you can see, currently they are processing 50 claim applications per day on the current status, or the unfavorable environment. Okay, so that means that they are only processing 27% of the actual claim. So they don't even process a single claim in one day. Okay, so if they do nothing, they can only increase their output to 1.5 claims per day. So they will they would take 5 hours and 43 minutes to process a single claim. Okay, so that's the best that they can do in the current situation. So that will take them 10 days in order for them to process all the 2,500 claims, which is um, not good, and they should really be worried about it. So in the next table, we will see the favorable environment, which is the application or integration of the JIT. We will see here that for each employee, each of the 180 employees will be able to process 14 claims per day. So that is 34 minutes per claim. Okay, so in that sense, they will be able to process all the 2,500 claims in one day per department. So as you can see there are three departments: the claim entry, accounting, and the claim approval. So one day each for each department. So it will take the company 3 days to fully process the 2,500 claims, and so on and so forth. So that is all on the assumption side.
Now we will move on to the development of alternatives. Sorry.
Okay. The missing information.
Napademisin. Sorry.
Kaya to siya, ma'am. So we will be moving on to the missing information. So these are the assumptions not included in the case: the actual number of claims processed per day, the labor costs for financial statements, the insurance policies issued also for financial statements, how many days would each department take to process each claim based on the current system, and also how many varieties of claims are being processed by the companies, which is assumed in the given case to be only one type. Generally, the analysts define the problem to be the current operating system of MICI cannot keep up with the daily inflow of claims, applications, and has increased from 10 days to 10 weeks of lead time, resulting in customers threatening legal action. So that is the main problem that the analysts are trying to resolve. These are the two developed alternatives. One is the status quo, and the other is the consideration of using the just-in-time or JIT system.
Now for the status quo, in this alternative of action, the company will remain at status quo or they will continue with their current system of operations. Now, as stated in the problem, the current operation system cannot keep up with the inflow of claim applications. Thus, doing nothing or doing the same operation process will not solve the problem. Also, the company's goal at the moment is to cope with the increasing claims for processing, and the current operation system does not meet this goal. The alternative is currently being practiced and does not coincide with what the company is achieving given the analysis of their situation. As you can see on the diagram, the first diagram of Annex B, the customer claim arrives for processing at the customer claim entry department. A worker in the department will receive the application. When he or she is done, he transfers it to another employee in the same department. The application is then moved to the accounting department and the same process is repeated. It will be routed to a number of employees in that department before moving to the final department. The customer claim approval department will also route the document to different workers before the claim is approved and a notice or check is sent to the customer. In the case study, it was also mentioned that there are actually 20 additional workflows included in the process and are not configured the same way. For the next alternative of action, which is considering the use of the just-in-time system or the GIT approach, establishing the GIT system can help the company cope with the current demand for claims by these three reasons. First is elimination of waste, removal of variability, and then improved throughput. For elimination of waste, it was mentioned that a claim would normally require only 3 hours of actual work to process. But currently, the actual lead time is at 10 weeks, as you can see on the diagram on Annex A, which was previously discussed. The lengthy process of transferring or routing the document from one worker to another and from one department to another has made the process inefficient and ineffective for the company. For the second reason, remove variability in processing time by creating a standardized claim form. The standard form will also create a standard or routine process to be followed by all workers in each respective department. It will also improve claim processing flow pattern by identifying and removing unnecessary process and modifying it by making sure that all are configured the same way, as you can see in the next diagram of Annex B. As you can see, any of the worker in every department can work on a certain application, and when this is done, it will be moved to the next department, and in the same way, any worker of that department can process the said application and so forth. The same process will also occur in the last department, and then again, the customer will receive the check or the notice. So with this new process, it will be more convenient and easier to process a certain application claim. Also, with the introduction of a process automation into the system, this will be similar to standardized form where the operating process will be more convenient for the company. For the third reason, improve throughput, redesigning jobs, moving responsibilities to each employee, and cross-training will reduce the processing time. As opposed to the previous operation layout, any of the worker in any of the respective department can work on any claim application. This will reduce processing time. Establishing also a computer system will improve the operating process of the company and likewise cut the processing time. The current objective of the company is to effectively process the daily inflow of claim applications and eliminate legal actions from the customer, and this can be effectively done with the introduction of the GIT system. Considering that sales have grown rapidly during the previous year, MICI will have sufficient funds to establish a new operation management system, the GIT system. So that is all for the alternative actions.
All right. For recommendation to the management, the following are concepts that are usually adopted by companies practicing the IT system: consistent high quality service, flexible workforce, standard methods, and automation. By ensuring that all employees are knowledgeable about their tasks and responsibilities through the provision of training, group knowledge sharing, and consultations, the quality of output of MICI can improve drastically, which will result in lesser throughput. The change in work layout, as presented, is also very crucial since it will serve as the blueprint of the movement of documents, where the lesser the time needed for the document to travel from point of origin to the end point is the goal. The plan of standardizing documents of MICI is also a game changer since it will be advantageous to the company because all the needed information from the customer is readily available and can immediately be gathered. This will also prevent delays caused by incomplete documents. Process automation will also fit right into the new layout since it allows MICI to record, monitor, and manage existing claims, applications, and insurance policies. This will help in eliminating manual pull-out of records for verification and computation of possible claim amount. As for the conclusion, just in time is not only a useful concept or set of activities implemented for the elimination of waste, but also a philosophy for people within the organization to live by for efficient use of time, effort, and resources. The discussion as presented proposes an alternative to the status quo, which led to the current problem being faced by MICI. The proposed GIT system is viable in not only eliminating waste and variability, but also improving throughput. As per recommendation, the implementation of the GIT system would be realized through the training and cooperation of employees, the improvement of work layout, the standardization of processes, and the incorporation of technology to process automation. This GIT system will deliver the promise of reducing the time to process a claim, thus increasing the number of processed claims per day. So that is our presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay na? Uy, ikat na lang tong